Now I hear that Iran is trying to build up again, and if they are, we're going to have to knock them down. We'll knock them down. We'll knock the hell out of them. But
Tehran issues a chilling warning as tensions between Iran and the United States spiral once again towards the brink of open confrontation. Iran's top leadership is now issuing its strongest threat yet, following fresh remarks from U.S. President Donald Trump on possible future strikes against the Islamic Republic. At the center of this latest escalation is a blunt message from a senior aide to Iran's supreme leader, promising a response far beyond what Washington expects. Ali Shamkhani, a senior advisor to Ayatollah Ali Khamenei and a key figure in Iran's Supreme Defense Council, has warned that any new act of aggression will trigger an immediate and devastating retaliation. Posting on social media platform X, Shamkhani said Iran's missile and defense capabilities are neither containable nor in need of permission from any power. He warned that any attack would be met with a harsh response beyond the imagination of those planning it. The comments came hours after President Trump said he would support possible Israeli strikes if Iran continued developing ballistic missiles or revived its nuclear program. Trump said intelligence suggested Iran was attempting to recover military capabilities destroyed during the brief but violent conflict in June.
now I hear that Iran is trying to build up again, and if they are, we're going to have to knock them down. We'll knock them down. We'll knock the hell out of them. But hopefully that's not happening. I heard Iran wants to make a deal. If they want to make a deal, that's much smarter. You know, they could have made a deal the last time before we went through, you know, a big attack on them. And they decided not to make the deal. They wish they made that deal. So I think, again, they should make a deal. They want to make a deal, but sometimes that doesn't happen. Yeah, please.
Mr. Trump, WMLH 24 News Israel. Would you support the overthrow of the Iranian regime?
Who?
Iranian regime.
I'm not going to talk about overthrow of a regime. It's, they've got a lot of problems that are in. They have tremendous inflation. Their economy is bust. Their economy is no good. And I know that people aren't so happy, but don't forget, every time they have a riot or somebody forms a group, little or big, they start shooting people. You know, they kill people. And the people tend to, I've watched this for years, there's tremendous discontent. They form 100,000, 200,000 people. All of a sudden, people start getting shot. And that group disbands pretty quickly. So I've watched it for years. They're vicious, vicious people, yeah.
Mr. President, will you support an attack, Israeli attack on Iran if Iran will not have a deal? If Iran will continue with their ballistic missiles and also nuclear weapons?
If they will continue with
Yeah.
the missiles, yes. The nuclear, fast. Okay? One will be yes, absolutely. The other was, we'll do it immediately. And speaking of Iran, I hope they're not trying to build up again, because if they are, we're going to have no choice but very quickly to eradicate that buildup. So I hope Iran is not trying to build up, as I've been reading, that they're building up weapons and other things. And if they are, they're not using the sites that we obliterated, but they're using possibly different sites. We know exactly where they're going, what they're doing, and I hope they're not doing it because we don't want to waste the fuel on a B-2. It's a 37-hour trip both ways. I don't want to waste a lot of fuel.
And also the nuclear weapon, but after the meeting, after what you know from the intelligence, how close are we to another war with Iran?
Well, I don't want to say that, but Iran may be behaving badly. It hasn't been confirmed, but if it's confirmed, look, they know the consequences. You know, consequences will be very powerful. Maybe more powerful than the last time. Yeah. And Iran should have made a deal the last time. I gave them the option. I said, you can make a deal. Do it. I told them, do it. And they didn't believe me. Now they believe me.
Shamkhani responded by revealing a critical detail of Iran's defense doctrine. He warned that some Iranian responses are predetermined even before a threat reaches the execution stage. That statement signals a doctrine of pre-authorized retaliation, raising fears of rapid escalation with little warning. The current standoff follows 5 rounds of U.S.-Iran nuclear talks earlier this year, negotiations personally driven by Trump with a strict 60-day deadline. When no deal was reached by day 61, Israel launched a surprise military offensive against Iranian targets on June 13th. 9 days later, the United States carried out airstrikes on key nuclear facilities in Isfahan, Natanz, and Fordow. Those attacks killed senior Iranian officials, nuclear scientists, and hundreds of military personnel and civilians. Iran's retaliatory strikes killed 32 Israeli civilians and an off-duty soldier, marking one of the deadliest direct exchanges between the two sides in years. Despite the destruction, Iran continues to deny it is seeking nuclear weapons. Tehran insists its nuclear program is peaceful, while rejecting U.S. demands to halt uranium enrichment or curb missile development. Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei has dismissed engagement with Trump, saying talks with him are beneath the dignity of the Islamic Republic.
Times of India videos, your daily dose of India and the world. Global news, different views, and sharp analysis.
Pressure of expectation from your fans, your supporters.
That has often served as a backdrop for several Bollywood.
You're not a brute majority anymore. If you individually take out Tehran.
Making sense of global conflicts. Tracking the new emerging world order.
Strike on Israeli military bases.
A multi-pronged.
To stay out of harm's way as Israel started bombing targets across.
Understanding changing alliances in a polarized world. Tune into TOI videos for all this and more. Click on the bell icon to subscribe and never miss an update.